Books and Books. I'm Jeannie in the kids' room, and if you haven't been here before, oh, what a treat. And if you have, you know, so of course. And if you haven't met Lauren before, oh, what a treat. And if you have, that's why you're here, obviously. But to introduce her this morning and her book, we have the other half, Cliff Wohl, who works at the beach store, used to be here, and is a part of Books and Books. So welcome, Cliff, who's going to welcome Lauren. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Again, I'd like to welcome you to Books and Books, your family-owned independent bookstore. And I work at Books and Books, but not here in the Gables. I work at the beach. And I'm very proud to introduce to you my wife, Lauren, who's written this wonderful book called The Eighth Menorah. And it's, well, she'll tell you about it. So, Lauren?
Any of you got the idea that he never read the book from that very short? She'll tell you about it. He has read it, so I watched to make sure that he did. This is the Eighth Menorah. It's a story for Hanukkah, which is starting next week, very, very early this year. And it's about a little boy named Sammy and someone he loves a lot, and we're going to meet her. And I'm going to start here. One November day, just like today maybe, at Hebrew school, Sam's class had a treasure hunt in the park. Everyone found pebbles of different shapes and sizes, pine cones, acorns, and twigs. Sam found a small, shiny sliver of a rock that danced with silver specks. Back in the classroom on the second floor of the temple, they rinsed their treasures in the sink and set them out on paper towels to dry. The twigs and pine cones turned a deep, rich brown. The acorns sparkled in the light. The pebbles shimmered. Sam's rock glowed. Next week, we're going to decorate our own Hanukkah menorahs with all these treasures, Sam's teacher, Mrs. Zuckerman, said. They will make wonderful surprises for your parents. Menorahs? Sam's family already had lots of menorahs. They didn't need another one. The next Sunday, Mrs. Zuckerman showed the children a brick of clay decorated with buttons and marbles and jewels. On the top, they counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes. I made this menorah when I was in Sunday school, Miss Z said. Now it's your turn to make one. Sam raised his hand. My family has a menorah. My family has 7 menorahs. Maybe I can make something else. Don't worry, Sam, Miss Z told him. You'll see. Your parents will love it. Sam wasn't so sure. Hi. The children began shaping their blocks of clay into menorahs. Sam watched Rebecca turn hers into a snake and Danny turn his into a circle. Sam used a wooden tool to create a hill out of his clay. He placed his silvery rock just below the point of the hill. That afternoon, Sam's grandmother called. Sam told her, "Grammy, I have a secret." "I love secrets," said Grammy. "It's about what we're making in Hebrew school," Sam added. "May I guess?" Grammy asked. "Sure." "Is it a painting?" "Nope." "Is it a puppet?" "Nuh-uh." "Is it something to eat?" "I bet it's something to eat." "No." "I give up, Sam. What is it?" "It's a secret," Grammy. When the children came in the next week, the menorahs were lined up on Miss Zuckerman's desk. They looked like a celebration about to happen. All that's left to do is wrap them up, Miss Z said. But Miss Z, my family already has 7 menorahs. All of them are special. Don't fret, Sam. Look at it. Imagine how it will shine with candles lit. It was a pretty great menorah, Sam had to admit. Now comes the hardest part, Ms. Zuckerman reminded them. Hanukkah is not for 3 weeks. When you take your menorah home, you need to find a hiding place for it. Sam knew the right place to hide his menorah. Hi, Grammy. How are you doing? Did you make any new friends in your new building? I did. I went shopping with a couple of my new neighbors today. I'm going to bake you a surprise. What? You'll see. And talking about surprises, how's your secret coming along? Grammy asked. It's done. I've got it here hiding, waiting for Hanukkah. Oh, Grammy said, a Hanukkah present. For Mom and Dad, Sam said. Then he added, don't tell. Never, said Grammy. The next Sunday, Ms. Zuckerman announced, time to get ready for Hanukkah. She told the class the story of the brave Maccabees and their fight to save the temple. She told them about the miracle of the oil, how the little bit of it that should have lasted only 1 day in the eternal lamp lasted for 8 days. She taught them the songs Rock of Ages and I Have a Little Dreidel. They practiced the prayers for lighting the candles. What's new, Sammy? Grammy asked when she called that week. We're having a Hanukkah party on Sunday. Sounds like fun. I love Hanukkah. But I'm afraid this year the holiday will be very different. The condo I moved into doesn't allow open flames in our apartments. I won't be able to light the candles. How come? Sam wondered. Safety rules. But there is an electric menorah in the community room. No candles allowed there either, Grammy? Yes, you can have candles there, but they tell me everyone just uses the electric menorah. Oh. Well, you can light candles at our house. You're coming over for the first night, right? I am, and that will be nice. Thank you, Sammy. On the Sunday of their party, Miss Zuckerman brought in potato latkes. All the children had a feast. The children played Dreidel for Hanukkah Geld. Sam won 5 pieces of chocolate. As everyone was leaving, Ms. Z handed each child a box of Hanukkah candles. She winked at the children and told them quietly, don't forget the secret presents. Sam's stomach dropped. When Sam got home, he checked under his bed. His menorah was there, safe and sound. Sam, we need your help, please, his father called. All the family's menorahs were lined up on the dining room table. Which one do you think we should use this year, Sam? His dad asked. One had been his mom's when she was a girl. One came from Russia with his great-great-grandmother. His Grammy and Grandpa brought one home from their trip to Israel. The one with the animals had been Dad's when he was a boy. One was the menorah his parents bought for their first Hanukkah together, and one was a gift from Nanny and Poppy. The smallest one was the menorah Sam's parents had bought when Sam was born. Sam was now more certain than ever that his parents did not need a menorah with twigs and pebbles and one silvery rock. But he did know someone who could use it. On the first evening of the holidays, Sam and his parents drove to Grammy's condo. She was waiting for them in the lobby. "Can we go to the community room to see the electric menorah, Grammy?" Sam asked. Grammy took Sam's hand, and they walked toward a big double door. Sam reached into the bag he was carrying and handed her a package. "This is for you, Grammy," he said. "Oh, Sammy, thank you." Grammy opened the package slowly and carefully. "A menorah," she said. She held it up and looked at it for a long while. Then she said, "It is just beautiful." "I made it," Sam said proudly. "In Hebrew school?" Grammy asked, smiling. "It's the secret, Grammy. It's the best secret ever." Grammy hugged Sam. Sammy noticed that some of Grammy's neighbors were coming into the community room. They admired the menorah. "Can we light it now?" he asked everyone. "We can," Grammy said, "but we don't have candles." Sam reached back into the bag and took out a box of candles, the one Miss Zuckerman had given him. They set up the menorah and put the shamash candle on the top of the hill, just above Sammy's rock. They put one more candle in the first hole. Then Sam, his mom, Dad, and Grandma, along with Grammy's new friends, sang the blessings together. Mr. Levine, one of Grammy's neighbors, shook Sam's hand. "This is the best Hanukkah gift ever, Sam. I hope you don't mind if we all share it." He bent down and kissed Sam on the top of his head. Sam heard him whisper to Grandma, "You've got quite a mensch there." Sam looked at his lighted menorah. The silvery rock sparkled. Everyone's eyes brightened too. That is the story of the Eighth Menorah. And at the very back of the book, do you remember that the children played with dreidels when they were having a party? Well, at the back of the book, we have the rules for playing with dreidels. And I brought dreidels for all of you today. Please don't tell everyone that I'm teaching you how to gamble, but it's kind of safe gambling, and it's best to use candy, but if you use real money, I just want a small piece of it if you win. So, does anyone know how to play dreidel? Oh, yay. Then maybe you can help me explain the rules. My able-bodied assistant here.
Who will open the package?
If you'll hand out on that side. Yes. So here you go, Jordan. And Grammy. Baby's too young to gamble, I think. I don't know, Mitchell may. Okay, so I want you to take a look at the dreidel and see if you can name these are Hebrew letters, and they have they have a meaning, and in the game of dreidel they tell you if you win or lose. So there's a blue one. Do you see the blue letter? Hey. Blue letter. It's a none. And there's a green letter. Oh, sorry. There's a green letter. What's the green letter? Okay. Oh, cheating. Okay. And then there's a sort of purple. I see why you said it was a hay. It's hay. That's the hay. And red, Shin. Shin. Okay, and do you know what they stand for in the game? Shin is, I think, winning. I'm gonna read here. When you get a nun, nothing happens. Nothing, exactly. When you get a gimel, gimel is the best. What do you think happens if you get a gimel? You get them all the money that's in the pot. When you get a hay, you get half the pot. Excellent. And when you get a shin, oh well, you got to put money into the pot. So, do you know how they work? You have to go sit down. All the yeah, there you go. Yay! What'd you get? What'd you get? Okay, can everybody do it? I can't do it. You can too. There you go. You did it. Okay, I'm not playing with you. You're very good at this. Hay is half. You get half the money. Yes, your father. Okay, so does anyone have any questions, or does anyone have Hanukkah stories that you want to tell me? Or hi.
Oh, hi.
For the online folks.
Okay. I have an interesting factoid. The letters on the Dreidel stand for Nes Gadol Haya Sham, which is you tell.
And then in Israel,
Wait, and what does that mean?
it stands for a great miracle happened there.
A great miracle happened here.
Here.
That's the man who made that miracle.
But in Israel, it's
Maybe the second great miracle, Mitchell.
yeah. But in Israel, it says Niskado Hayapo.
That's
The
right.
Dreidel say Nes Gadol Haya Paul.
That's right.
A great miracle happened here.
That is what it means. It's an acronym for a very important part of the holiday. Other factoids?
Thank Lauren for coming today.
Thank you for
It was really,
inviting
really lovely. And we have Lauren's book for sale, and yes, and then we also, those of you online, you are more than welcome to call in, and Lauren will sign a book for you if you catch her before she leaves. And if you want that encore, you can go to our website booksandbooks.com, and you can watch it all over again. Anyway, thank
Which is
you
what
all.
I'm doing for the weekend.
Thank you all for coming.